Battle Through the Heavens, Chapter 157. Trading rare alchemical pills for a frost magical beast core.
The ache behind his ribs turns brittle, each shallow breath scraping against a chest emptied by the flame. He forces his trembling fingers to steady, prying the blade into the cooling skull, only to find a void where the prize should be. Straightening under the weight of their stares, he casts the stained rag aside and lets the mercenary tide surge past him into the dust.
The magical beast hit the ground with a heavy thud. Xiaoyan tossed away a blood-stained rag and drew a dagger. He knelt by the carcass, sliced into the skull, and began his search. After a few moments, he frowned and shook his head. He wiped the blade clean, sheathed it, and stood up. He looked at the stunned mercenaries and shrugged.
"It looks like I am out of luck,"
he said.
"There is nothing here."
The mercenaries snapped out of their daze. Kagang shook his head in disappointment and waved his arm. He barked an order to the crew to move out and help their captain finish off the remaining beast. The members of the Blood Battle Mercenary Company surged forward, weapons drawn. They surrounded the second beast, following Fei Lei's commands to tighten the circle for the kill. Xiaoyan leaned against a thick branch, the heavy Xuan ruler in his grip. He bit down on a blade of grass and stared at his knuckles. Even after wiping them, the skin felt tight, stained with faint traces of blood. His pulse quickened. The strike had been devastating. Using the purple flame to bolster the 8 extremities collapse had far exceeded his expectations. Normally, that technique would only wound a Tier 2 beast. This time, it had killed it outright. He reached into his storage ring and pulled out an energy recovery pill, swallowing it in one quick motion. The dry pill scratched his throat before sliding down.
"If this cultivation technique doesn't evolve soon, I am going to run out of pills just trying to keep my dou qi full,"
he muttered. He felt the energy begin to stir in his chest as the medicine took effect. 2 figures approached him from the trees. Linger walked in front, followed by a girl with a sharp, cold gaze and a striking figure.
"Zhao Yan, are you all right?"
Linger asked softly. Xiaoyan glanced at her. Then his eyes drifted to the other girl, Xianxia. He remembered her being difficult during their last encounter. He looked away, his expression flat.
"I am fine,"
he said. Linger flushed, her mouth opening to say more, but the words died in her throat. She clearly remembered the bad impression she had left on him before.
"Your hand is bleeding,"
King Sha said. Her voice was cool, cutting through the awkward silence.
"Do you need a bandage?"
Xiaoyan met her eyes for a split second before looking back at the trees.
"No, it is nothing."
Xianxia paused. Most men tripped over themselves to talk to her, but this boy treated her like a stranger in the woods. Her pride stung, but she did not push. Silence settled over the trio again. A cheer erupted from the nearby woods. The mercenaries had finally brought down the other beast. Fei Lei walked toward Xiaoyan, laughing loudly. The sound sent birds scattering from the canopy.
"Zhao Yan, I have heard the stories, but seeing you in action is something else entirely,"
Fei Lei said. Xiaoyan nodded to Kagang first, then offered a small smile to the captain.
"My name does not carry that much weight in Qingshan town."
"Don't be modest."
Fei Lei chuckled.
"You took down Mu She, and that snake was as slippery as they come. No one in my company could match what you just did."
He looked Xiaoyan over. The boy was barely 20, yet he fought like a monster. Xiaoyan glanced at the sky.
"I need to go. That beast did not have the Tier 2 ice core I am looking for. I have to keep searching.
He swung the heavy Xuan ruler onto his back.
Wait,
Fei Lei said, looking guilty.
you helped us for nothing. Take the core from this beast. It is Earth attribute, but it is worth something.
Keep it.
Xiaoyan said, turning away.
I only need ice attribute. Stot.
Xianxia's voice was melodic, but firm. Xiaoyan turned back to look at her.
You really need a Tier 2 ice core?
She asked.
Yes, it is urgent.
Xianxia hesitated, then reached for the silver chain around her neck. She pulled a hidden pendant from beneath her shirt. At the end of the chain hung a smooth, round white bead.
This is an ice core from a spiral beast.
She said, tossing it to him.
Consider it payment for helping the company.
Xiaoyan caught it. The core was freezing to the touch, and it carried a faint, lingering scent of her perfume.
Xianxia.
Fei Lei started, but he sighed.
If you want to give it to him, that is your choice. The company will reimburse you when we get back.
No need.
Xianxia said.
Half of us would be dead if he hadn't stepped in.
Xiaoyan felt the energy humming inside the bead. A grin touched his lips. He tucked the core away and looked at Xianxia.
I appreciate it, but I don't take gifts for free.
He reached into his robes and produced a small jade vial. He tossed it to her.
There are 5 chi recovery pills in there. They will restore your dou chi instantly in a fight. Their value matches the core. Now we are even.
Xianxia caught the vial and froze.
Real pills?
She whispered. She uncorked the bottle, her eyes widening. Fei Lei and the others stared. Real alchemical pills were rare in this region. Most mercenaries lived their whole lives without seeing one. Fei Lei watched Xiaoyan's retreating back, convinced the boy came from a massive clan.
Thanks for the help.
Xiaoyan called out.
I am in a hurry. Safe travels.
He vanished into the thick undergrowth. He was desperate to get back and begin the refinement process. Fei Lei sighed.
I wanted to ask him to join us, but seeing those pills, I don't think I have the face to ask.
Don't bother.
Xianxia said, clutching the vial.
A man with his talent and drive does not stay in a small town like this. The mountain range is just his training ground. In 20 years, he will be a Dadoshi, maybe even a Daoling. Our world is too small for him.
Xiaoyan ran until he was deep in the forest. He felt the familiar weight on his back shift as the purple cloud wings unfurled. Dou Chi surged into the wings, and he leaped into the air. He broke through the canopy and soared into the blue sky, heading toward the hidden valley. He swallowed a few more recovery pills mid-flight. When the mist-covered valley appeared below, he dived through the fog and landed near the small hut. Little fairy doctor was waiting, her face tight with worry, until she saw him. After a quick word with her, he gathered the rest of the herbs he had collected. He climbed toward the cave in the cliffside, his heart pounding with anticipation. It was time to refine the pills and swallow the purple flame.